Hey there, it's Seb Frey with your Santa Cruz County real estate update for August 2025, looking at the numbers for July and what they mean for the months ahead. Let's start with the big one. The median sold price for single family homes in Santa Cruz County came in at $1.399 million in July. Now, that is up 4.4% from June and also up 3.2% compared to July of last year. So, despite higher borrowing costs earlier in the year, home values have been holding strong and even climbing, which tells us there's still solid demand meeting a relatively tight supply. Now, homes took a median of 31 days to sell in July. That's a sharp 73% increase from June and a 48% increase from July last year. This longer market time means that buyers have a bit more breathing room, but sellers still have an advantage in most price ranges. It's a shift worth noting. The days of multiple offers in the first week for every property aren't as universal as they were. Price per square foot landed at $780 on average. Now that is up 3.7% from June, but just up 1% above where we were last July. This slight year over year gain suggests that buyers are being more price sensitive. They're willing to pay for quality and location, but not to chase prices far above recent benchmarks. Sales to list price ratio was right around 98%, meaning most homes are selling slightly under asking. That's a different feel from the over asking market we saw during the peak frenzy years and a lot of years in Santa Cruz. So, pricing a home correctly right out of the gate really has never been more important to attracting serious buyers quickly. Now, let's talk about volume. We had 142 homes close escrow in July, which is up 8.4% from June and up 6.8% from a year ago. That's a pretty healthy bump, especially when you remember that many markets across the United States and California are still seeing sales volume lag. Actually, in Santa Clara County and San Mateo County, sales volume was down 40% and 47% respectively, which is pretty amazing. It's a sign that buyers here in Santa Cruz County are motivated and deals are getting done when homes are positioned right. On the supply side, we ended July with 497 homes for sale. That's a modest 2.7% increase from June, but a big 37% jump compared to last year. That's pretty meaningful. More options on the market give buyers more choice and create a slightly more balanced playing field. We also saw 153 homes go under contract in July, up 13% from both the prior month and the same time last year. That's a strong leading indicator that August and September could post solid close sale numbers. Now, months of inventory, which measures how long it would take to sell everything on the market at the current pace, assuming nothing else got added, stood at 3.5 months. Now, that is up 10% from June and up 28% from last July. So, depending how you look at it, this is still technically a seller's market, but really it's more like a balanced market at this point. And if inventory keeps rising into the fall while buyer activity eases, sellers will need to be even more strategic with pricing and presentation. New listings were down compared to earlier in the year, which is typical for midsummer, but they remain higher than last year. That's partly why prices are staying firm. Even with more inventory than 2024, demand is keeping pace, preventing any major downward pressure. For homeowners thinking about selling this fall, the key takeaway is that the market remains healthy, but it's more nuanced than it was even 6 months ago. Homes that check the boxes, good condition, desirable location, and priced right are still moving quickly, often with multiple offers. But those that miss the mark in any of these categories may sit longer and sell for less than expected. Buyers, on the other hand, have a bit more leverage than they did last summer. You can take the time to make thoughtful decisions, try to negotiate repairs, and in some cases, secure a price below list. But competition for the best homes is still strong, so being ready to move when the right one pops up remains key, and don't be surprised if the home that you love has multiple offers and you will need to pay over asking price, oftentimes waiving all contingencies, yes, even in this somewhat more balanced market. Now, heading into fall, watch the relationship between inventory and buyer demand. If inventory swells without a matching rise in sales, we could see a shift toward more balanced or even buyer-friendly conditions by year's end. But if buyer demand stays as strong as it was in July, sellers may continue to enjoy favorable market dynamics well into the holiday season. And that is your August 2025 Santa Cruz County real estate update. I'm Seb Frey, and if you are curious about what these numbers mean for your specific neighborhood or your own home's value, let's talk. My phone number is here at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead, give me a call or shoot me a text message. Be happy to talk to you about your situation, what your goals and desires are for the sale of your home, and give you the best advice possible so you can make your next move the best one yet. All right, well, that is all I have for this video. Thank you so very much for watching. And if by any slim chance you enjoyed watching this video, I'm guessing, just a guess, that you might also enjoy some of these videos over here. These are some of the most popular videos here on my YouTube channel, so please do take a look. All right, that's all I have for this one. Thank you so very much for watching, and please stay tuned.